So my co-defendant Wildman has some purple Aki stories, and he's a bit cautious about telling them on camera.
I've knew Purple Aki since I was 13 years old. How did I meet Purple Aki? I met him through a man called Tommy Gilday. I've mentioned Tommy Gilday. He was my first love's dad. I met him through whatever. This Purple Aki. He became notorious because he chased a group of kids onto a railway line trying to abuse them, and one got hit by a train and died. That's why he's known. But the reason he hasn't been shot dead in the city of Liverpool is because some gangsters appreciate nonsense in the city of Liverpool. Like that dickhead who was talking through before, you know, he was useful. If you needed a witness intimidating, he was the man to do it. So that's why he never got damaged in the city of Liverpool for being a nonce. Because he was too useful to the criminal fraternity in the city. He got let off with his crimes. But still now, maybe not in Liverpool, he's still feeling kids up and down the country. Whether you like it or not, he loves rugby players and gym users, so be careful.
He used to come to my town witness and jump on like young lads' backs and feel the muscles and tell them to do squats.
This is a true account. This is a true account. Well, I said I met him through Tommy. I could go to my mum's house and he'd be sat in the fucking kitchen in my ma's Attwood. And I go, what the fuck are you doing? Your mum invited me in, she gave me some chocolate biscuits and tea. Is that fucking right, Akin? Get your shit and get the fuck out. You're on it. But whilst he was coming to me ma's, he was getting familiar with a few of my mates, Adrian Garvey, Daniel Garvey. These are little kids and they're all on a gear and that now. Anyway, we'll go to the Magistrates Court for one of my older mates. It was Danny Garvey actually. We're going into the court and he's got a court for something mad. I'm looking round, I'm looking, where is he? Where's Danny? So I'm thinking, where the fuck's he? So we walked out, opened this door, walked towards courtroom 5 or something, and I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? And then I hear it again, I'm thinking, wow, what's going on? So get down a bit further, look round, there's Daniel Garvey in the squat position with Akin Arabiki sitting on his shoulders. I'm not bullshitting you, mate. Trying to lift him up. Trying to squat with Akin on his fucking shoulders. But what he was doing is, and this is the noncy part of why he does that, every time Danny's there trying to go and stand up, Akin's cock's on his neck. Oh. And that's why he done it. So when I'm screaming at Akin, you fucking dickhead, get off him. What are you doing, you silly twat? Akin's got an hard on. You're on it. Danny's not aware of what he's just been doing, but Akin's well aware of what Danny's just been doing.
That's what the guys in witness said. He had a hard on when he jumped on the backs.
This is what he does. That's his way of abusing people. That's his sexual gratification, feeling muscles, and he just needs putting down.
I left.
He needs putting down. He needs putting down. Purple Aki has left a stain on Liverpool for years. He needs putting down like every other sex offender from our city. He needs gone. If you know where he lives, go and move him out. It is what it is. What are you doing, Scousers?
Here's what I couldn't believe. I left for America in 1991, and Aki was like making local newspaper headlines for doing these things. Come back to England in December 2007, go to shops, Tesco or Asda or something, look over at the local newspapers and his front page. I was like, how can he still be doing this?
He's still doing it.
Why isn't he got sent down forever?
It's mad, mate. It's mad how Liverpool tolerates his sex offenders. But they're all screaming nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. But they'll let him walk past them. You know, they're all screaming nonsense, nonsense, but they'll watch him. It's just, society's fucked, bro. They need to understand, everyone needs to understand, our future are the children. If our future's getting damaged before they've even got going, what chances have we got? You know, all them kids that are getting nonced or affected or witnessing violence, that's our future. We should be protecting them at all costs. Because if you let them fuck up, our future's fucked. It's simple as that. If you let our children be abused and let their mind fuck up, our future's fucked up.
So you said Aki's got protection of certain gangsters in Liverpool, but when he gets arrested for these charges, which he's always doing, does he have protection in the legal system to only be getting short sentences?
Well, he's like a brief.
What's that? What do you mean?
He's got the brief of a barrister, Aachen, and that's why he was useful to criminals.
Oh, he's like a legal eagle.
Yeah. He's like a legal fucking kestrel, if you like. He's proper. You just haven't got the documents.
So his family's not connected to high ups in the legal system and politicians.
Look, you hear rumours that he was the prince of an African king and all this fucking... all that nonsense. But it's nonsense, you're on it.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. He's just some black kid from down there somewhere who nonsense kids.
So, all right. So, like I said, and like you've said, you go in prison, sex offender, KOS, kill on sight. He goes in as a sex offender. How come he's not getting attacked?
Because he's got too much pull off Liverpool gangsters.
In this, oh, man, that's insane. So that's just like a huge contradiction, isn't
But
it?
what you've got to understand is, and what not a lot of people grasp is this: there is a big gay community within the Liverpool criminal fraternity, massive. Aachen was one of them. You know, I'm not just saying this. There's men who you know in Liverpool who've got a wife, who's got a decent girlfriend, boss family set up, but they're banging men on the side, and there's loads of them. Groups of them. I've never participated in it, but I know it happens. Don't get it twisted. The only reason Aachen Arabiki is protected is probably because he sucked balls off one or two of yous. That's it. Nothing else.
All right. So
I'm speaking the truth.
yeah. So we've derailed from your life story a bit. Let's go back to your life story again.
Bring it back. We're just talking about dickheads now.
So when were you ever the happiest in your life?
When a woman called Pat Kennedy took me on.
And when was that?
When I was a child, I got kicked out on Christmas Eve in the snow.
How old are you?
10.
Why did you get kicked out?
Don't know. My mum and dad kicked me out on Christmas Eve.
And how did you fall into her taking care of you?
Because she lived 2 doors down. And she must have heard me crying and she's come out, come here, son. I'm sick of your ma. I'm sick of fucking them doing this to these kids. Because we were just like animals, you know. So she's took me in. And that was that like year of her in my life. Like one of the best years in my life, yeah.
So that was like a safe haven for you. You could go to her place.
Yeah.
And she just treated you nice.
Yeah. She loved me.
Yeah.
She loved me, proper loved me. And she's like the only woman, and her daughter, Laurie, who I ever felt real love from.
Are you still in touch with her?
She's died whilst I was in prison. She died of cancer.
Right.
And I don't keep up with Laurie now because of the threat towards me. When people see me going to Laurie's house, they're targeting her. So
yeah,
I just cut everyone off who could be damaged for what I'm doing. You know, emotionally.
Yeah.
Like family. I know the route I'm going down and I know the repercussions of it. And I know the damage that can be happening to all yous who I care for. You might think I don't care for yous, but I do love the bones of yous. And the reason I've cut off from yous is because I don't want these rats who are trying to kill me targeting yous, because that's what they do. And that's what they're still doing. They can't get to me, so they target me nieces and me nephews. And I don't even associate with these nieces and nephews for that reason. If my nieces and nephews are seen associating with me, they get cut.
They get stabbed.
They get cut. I've had my youngest cut. My youngest, like Billy's youngest son. He's not even over the fucking suicide of his dad, and you've got these rats cutting him over me. I'm not even trying to sell drugs. They're just scared I'm going to take their drug thing. It is what it is. I don't care what you do. You aren't going to antagonise me into that poisonous way of life ever again. I've changed my ways. The government never changed my ways. I changed them through trial and error, through experience, through the situations I've gone through. I'm not a stupid kid. I'm intelligent. I might be 40, but I'm still down there on your level if you're 27. I know exactly what's going on. You need to start relating to the message. Understand, you're going to have kids soon. Do you want your kids brought up in an area where when she goes to shop, she's getting asked for 10 pence off a fucking bum who's smoking smack with it? This is what you've got to start realising, Think about what you're bringing your kids into, and I'll repeat it, and I'll always repeat it as long as I'm alive. Your kid and my future, not just your own. Your kids are the whole country's future. If you don't water them seeds right, they're going to poison us all. Just look at it in that way. If you don't harness these children now, they're going to wreck our future then. It's as simple as that. And that's what you're seeing now. You're seeing kids wrecking the futures of families up and down the land. You're seeing kids stabbing men and tearing families apart. This is what's happening because we're not harnessing the seed when it's come. You're abusing children, knowing quite well they're going to abuse us later on in life. Use your heads.
So we've been over some dark stories, especially about your family members. You must have had some good times with your brothers.
I've had some good times, but they're not good times.
Well, what was the best times you had with your brothers?
But they're not the best. I don't know. I've had loads of mine and Danny's best situations where we've gone to a door and broke his legs.